10 points if you know where that's from, and if you don't, we can't be friends. If you do, we're best friends. The top 20 under 20 tag, I suppose. I don't know if it's a tag or a challenge or whatever. I can tell you it was a challenge because it was really hard to narrow down 20 under 20 because I'm a cheap bitch. I'm frugal. Not cheap, I'm frugal. These are things that work for me personally. I'm not preaching that they're gonna work for everybody. I know they work for me. And I have pretty dehydrated skin. I have a lot of texture in my skin. I am acne prone, a little oily in the T-zone. So I guess you can say I'm combination. It's gonna be everything between makeup and skincare because I believe they go hand in hand. You can't do makeup without skincare. Let's grow up, put on our big girl panties. You gotta wash your face, you gotta tone, you gotta moisturize, you gotta be an adult. I'm going to start with skincare because to me that is the most exciting part and that is the most important part. First item that I'm gonna touch on can go either way, can go between makeup or skincare because you can add it to a foundation, you can use it as a primer, or you can use it as like a nighttime treatment. I like to use it as like an under eye treatment, and it's the Sonia Kashuk Restorative Oil. Because it's glass, it's not so travel friendly, but it is like totally spill proof. You wanna use drops at a time, you don't wanna use a whole crap ton all at once. This stuff, it has like almond oil, it has rose hip oil, I don't think it has argan oil, but it has like all these incredible ingredients in it. And the only thing is, I think it might be because of the rose hip oil, but it has a strong fragrance to it. And I'm naughty, I haven't checked if that is an artificial fragrance or if it's natural. I'm using it less and less just because I'm figuring out that for my skin, if I use it too often, it starts to clog my pores. If I use it like 2 or 3 times a week, or if I'm going for a different look or something like that, I'm good to go. Or I'll just use it around my eyes and I'm still good to go. It makes it outstanding, like hydrating, yummy, delicious eye oil. It's wonderful. Just don't get it in your eye. Don't be a dummy. I really like it. And I've had it for a while too. I want to say I've had it like just shy of like 5 months or so. That one was $15.99 at Target. This is the Pixi Skin Treats Glow Tonic. And I'm sure you guys have heard it a million times over and over and over. This shit is the bomb. And it uses glycolic acid to do chemical exfoliation. I prefer chemical and enzymatic exfoliation just because I feel that it's a little bit more gentle and it freaking works, man. And this is coming from someone that has every fucking skincare problem under the sun, right? We can't say enough good things about it. I thought it was gonna be super gimmicky because I've heard it all over YouTube, all over Instagram. When I hear too much stuff about like a certain product, I tend to stay away from it because it just seems very gimmicky to me. Do you know what I'm saying? So when I tried this out and it actually worked for me, it blew me away. I spent about 12 or 13 on this one. So you might see this and be like, really, $13, Kelsey? And I'm like, yeah, $13, it's worth it for better skin. There you go. This is gonna be very plain Jane because I like to keep my skincare as simple as possible. I don't like a lot of shit on my skin. I just like my skin to feel comfortable. I hate the tight feeling after you wash your face. So this stuff right here, like I said, very plain Jane, but it is incredible stuff. What it says in the very beginning right here is that it's going to protect your moisture barrier. It's called like your what is it called? Lipid barrier. If you're oily, if you're combination, anything like that, that's your protective barrier. You need that on your skin. The reason that I really love this stuff is that it has hyaluronic acid in it. And what hyaluronic acid does, don't let the word acid scare you away. Hyaluronic acid is going to really hydrate your skin. The way that it works is that it's kind of like a vehicle for all other moisturizing ingredients in it to be delivered into the skin, if that makes any sense. And it also has ceramides in it, which is going to help kind of plump up your skin, just make it a little bit more supple and wonderful and beautiful. Not going to irritate your skin, obviously. So if you have sensitive skin, this is going to be your new bae. And it's non-comedogenic, which means it's not going to cause comedones, which means it's not going to clog your pores. So even if you have highly sensitive skin, if you have large pores, you have oily skin, acne skin, dry skin, this is made for normal to dry skin. If you have any type of skin, this is gonna be the winner for you. It's about $10. And for the amount that you get in here, like I think I bought this, yeah, you get 12 fluid ounces for $10. And I bought this months ago and it is heavy as If you want to stick to things that are a little bit more on the natural side, you're not going to get any parabens, phthalates, blah, 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 blah. All those fancy words that we know cause cancer, right? Alba Botanica makes an awesome peel. I personally love doing like chemical peels at home. I've never gotten one done professionally, but like I love enzymatic peels especially. It is going to tingle a little bit if you have very sensitive skin. I would patch test this first. If you just want your skin to look refreshed or anything of the sort, because you can use this a couple times a week. I'm naughty and I'll use it at least 4 times a week just because I love the way it makes my skin look. It makes my skin look so just smooth and clear and glowy and beautiful. It's about $6 at Target, worth getting. A lot of things say that they are moisturizing. I like to hear the word hydrating. It makes you look more youthful. It looks like you've been drinking water when we all know we haven't. We're all naughty about it. That's why everyone's like, sorry, I'm a broken record, but you should be drinking water. You're a broken record because you have to keep saying it because no one's doing it. This is the First Day Beauty Vitamin Hydrating Mist. Not only does it smell like a beautiful Sunday morning when like a gorgeous man or woman walks into your room naked with like 2 glasses of orange juice and champagne and, you know, God's glitter on top. It does feel super hydrating. 2 ways I like to do this. I put on the moisturizer first, then this. I just feel like it mixes in with my moisturizer and somehow gets delivered better that way, because in my brain, this is how it works. The hyaluronic acid that's in this and these together, this is the moisture buddy that gets on the hyaluronic acid vehicle and is like right into my skin, and it feels delicious. And the second way that I like to use this is to refresh my makeup. Man, shit, that's why it smells so good. It's got bergamot, it's got witch hazel, again, settling redness. Orange is gonna have the vitamin C, obviously, but like vitamin C only lasts so long on your skin, which is why you're able to take it around with you, spray it on, get some anti-aging properties up in there. Sandalwood, because it smells good. And a bunch of other delicious shit. I don't know, just get it. You can get this at Beautylish for about $13 to $14. I got this at Sephora for about $15 or $16. Everyone's gonna roll their eyes at me because, you know, I'm not late on this train. I've been doing it forever, but it's just the first time I'm talking about it. Batiste. I don't gotta tell you about it. It's good shit. It smells good, comes in different scents. It just does what it says it's gonna do. All right, moving on. So I've been watching Candy Johnson since like before I was born and before she was born. She's an OG and I love her. There's things that I can even remember her mentioning in like her early videos as far as skincare goes was this godsend right here. This is the Alba Unpetroleum Jelly. This is outstanding. It's completely plant-based, vegetable-based. It's just good. You can get it at Whole Foods for like $3 to $4 and you can use it for anything. You can use it for cuts. You can use it for razor burn. You can use it on your eyebrows, which is what I do. You can use it on your eyelashes. You can put it all over your face as like an intense hydrating treatment. I wouldn't do that. I would not do that often because it is a comedogenic product. Okay, just because it's all natural doesn't mean it's not going to clog your pores. It'll still clog your pores if you have very sensitive, enlarged pores, acne prone skin, oily skin. If you have dry skin, it may not clog your pores as much. It'll still be a godsend for you. This is just like when you are out of options, your skin feels like it's gonna fall off. You've scrubbed it so much, you've been wearing a lot of makeup, you just need some TLC. This is incredible stuff. So for me personally, I either like minimal coverage or completely caked on full coverage. I don't care for medium coverage. I'm not in the gray area. I go full out or not at all, right? So we're gonna start with the lowest amount of coverage. Physicians Formula Super BB All-in-One Cream, okay? And it's got SPF 30, so you need your SPF. Just do it. It's just like the whole drinking water thing. Just put on your freaking SPF. This is actually, it does provide a pretty good amount of coverage if you want to build it up. However, if you have oily skin, there's not going to be any building this shit up for you. If you have a very neutral undertone, such as me, such as myself, you'll really like this. Just because if you have more of a pink undertone or a yellow undertone, this is going to show up orange on ya. I'm not gonna lie, I have this on today and for some reason it just kind of balances out on my skin. So if you have a little bit more of a neutral undertone, this stuff is pretty good. It is so moisturizing. If you want your skin to look like skin and you want the protection and you want a little bit of color in your skin and you just want your skin to look even and wonderful and beautiful and glowy, this stuff is actually pretty damn good. And I believe this was $8.99, bitchachos. Just tell you, tried and true. I've used this for years and I've used it on clients and it just is like, it's my safety net. If something else doesn't work out on someone or myself, this is usually what I go for because I can sheer it out or I can build it up. The Revlon Color Stay Foundation for combination to oily skin. Don't get it twisted when you go into the drugstore and it says for dry skin and then it says for oily skin. I usually go for the oily skin one because I've noticed, even on dry skin clients, that it tends to stay on their skin a lot longer. Even if their skin is very, very, very dry, I'll just hit them with a lot of moisturizer and maybe like something like that mist, just something very hydrating, and I exfoliate and all that for them. Then I put this on, still looks absolutely stunning in photos. If you get it at Target, I think it's around $12 or $13. If you get it at Ulta, I think it's around $13 to $14. This next product that I'm gonna bring up, I only recently started using. I think I started using about 3 weeks ago or something. And honestly, I'm freaking in love with it. I love the finish of it. However, the shade range is not good. By saying that, you guys probably already know what brand I'm talking about, and it is Rimmel. So this is the Rimmel 25-hour foundation with comfort serum. The whole comfort serum thing, I don't know what it is. I haven't done my research on it because I really don't care. I just need to know that it's not gonna break me out and that it's gonna stay on my skin and it's gonna look good on my skin. And this does all three of those things. If you have very deep, rich, beautiful undertones, you're not gonna find a shade for you, which pisses me the fuck off. Very, very, very light, you're still not gonna find one. If you are in the middle where like everyone thinks that this is the norm, you know, you'll probably find one. You might have to mix a few things, but you'll probably find it. I would give it a try if you can find something in your shade range, and this ranges for anywhere between $6 to $8. So sticking with the skin is the Maybelline Fit Me concealers. These are incredible. Anyone that has ever tried the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, I have Fair and Light. This is a little, it's slightly pink, but it's mostly neutral, and it's very, very, very light. This one has a little bit more of a yellow undertone. I would compare this to Custard by NARS, their Creamy Radiant line, and I would compare this to Vanilla. They crease very, very slightly, but so does the Creamy Radiant Concealer. These are each like between $4 to $5. If you look at the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealers, those are each like $29, so 30 bucks a piece for about the same amount of product. NARS, that is pretty good shit. I would say if you can afford to do that and you want sort of a luxury item, I would say go for that. In the meantime, just as good. The Maybelline Color Tattoos, goes without saying, these are incredible dupes for the MAC paint pots. They're gonna be like really good staples. So the ones that I have are in Inked in Pink. I love using this for bridal work. It's shimmery, champagne-y pink. They're so moussey and smooth. Pretty much universally flattering, which I really love. Speaking of that, I just recently picked up another Tough as Taupe. This one doesn't have any shimmer in it, and if you work quickly enough, you can blend it out to make like the perfect smoky eye. Maybelline Color Tattoos, they're kick-ass. Each one of the color tattoos, I believe, is around $6 to $7. If you want a great, and I'm talking like a perfect gel liner, the Maybelline Eye Studio in Black is Black. It is incredible stuff and it freaking stays on. I've had this for a couple of years. I should have thrown it out, but it still works, so why would I? And it's my own, so I don't give a shit. But this is incredible stuff. It is so inky and black and just so saturated, and it stays matte as well, and it makes an incredible base for like an intense smoky eye. And the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner, I want to say is between $8 to $9. And it comes with a little brush. You can use it if you want. I toss it because like I tried it once. I was like, maybe. Nope. Jumped on the bandwagon with one of these YouTube trends, okay? When Nikki Tutorials tells me to buy something, I can't fight it. This is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. That's exactly what I have on right now, and it is perfection. I don't believe that it would work on every single skin tone. I think it would work on a majority of skin tones, but like, I'm usually more of a rosy blush kind of gal, and I was like, you know what? I need to branch out. I need to try some peach, because I love me some peach. So I went for the peach, and it is like, it's so blendable, and like, there is a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's not glittery. It's awesome. Like, it just looks so glowy on the skin. There she is right now. So these are the color tattoos, and then that's Luminoso. So that was around $7.50 to $8. So I was an avid Brow Wiz user for many a years. Still love that, don't get me wrong. Like, that's a great luxury item. So this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe. This does nearly the exact same thing. Nearly the exact same thing. The only thing that I would say is a little bit different is the color payoff. These are a little bit lighter, so if you're a beginner with brows, these are easier to work with. The Brow Wiz they're a little bit more pigmented, so you have to be a lighter hand, but if you're a heavy-handed fool like me, these are absolutely incredible. Like, I did get this for free when I won a contest on Instagram, but I've since repurchased it because I wanted a bunch of different colors and shit. You got the spoolie on one end, you got the retractable liner on the other end. So nothing new there, but it's worth checking out, and I believe these are around $9 to $10. It's pretty boss. The CoverGirl Clump Crusher Mascara, I always use waterproof because I actually like to use this on my bottom lashes. Like, I think it's kind of high maintenance to use two different mascaras, like for your top and your bottom lashes, but honestly it works. But it separates your lashes. That's the big deal with this one, is that it separates your lashes. The mascara dries very quickly. This is definitely worth getting, in my opinion, if you like a full lash look. So this one is about, I want to say this is $8 to $9. Okay, here's a big hack here, everybody. When you go into Sephora, they have the beauty to go section, or what is it called? Like beauty on the fly or whatever. It's the impulse buy section when you go to checkout, right? They're gonna have a bunch of different end caps that have like Sephora's favorite mascara, Sephora's favorite roller balls, and just different things. The full size for this mascara, which is the Smoky Extravagant, they're gonna have these mini sizes. Here's what their mini is compared to the full. The full size, let me just double check here to make sure I'm not telling lies, okay? The full size of this is 7 milliliters. The mini size is 5 milliliters. The full size 7 milliliters costs $24. The mini size 5 milliliters costs $12. You can get 2 for the price of 1. Stuff, and you try it out and you are like, yeah, damn, like this is good and I want to buy it. Get the beauty on the fly stuff or whatever, the impulse buy section. Get the 2 mini sizes. You get 10 milliliters for $24. Or $12 each. You can just get one. I don't know why they do that. And especially if you wear glasses, that's the one you're gonna want. That stuff doesn't freaking flake. It is so inky black and it's so comfortable. It is just a beautiful formula. Makeup forever, you did me good. Last but not least are the e.l.f. brush lines. So these are the ones that I do have. I used to have more, but like, you know, I graduate, I guess, and I just like trying out new brushes. These are incredible quality. I've had all of these for over a year, and I've had more expensive brushes that they are falling apart after a few months. Like some of them, for like this blush brush for sure, like this one's got lash glue in it, whoopsie daisy. I've had this for at least 4 years and no problems, and I use it literally every day. And I keep my brushes clean and washed and good to go. But like these are just incredible quality. I prefer synthetic hair brushes just because cruelty-free, all that stuff, but natural hair brushes, in my experience, tend to get scratchy over time. That's just what natural hair does. When you use a lot of sulfates or you wash it a lot or anything of the sort, it sucks the moisture out of them, it sucks the keratin and the proteins out of them and everything, and they just get scratchy and pokey, and I just don't prefer them. For some things I like natural hair brushes. Mostly I like synthetic. They stay soft. They don't soak up a lot of products, so what you put on the brush or what you're blending out, it stays on your skin for the most part, right? So I really like the e.l.f. blush brushes and their eye brushes, their face brushes. Literally, e.l.f. can do me no wrong when it comes to brushes at all. I've had little to no fallout with the bristles. are solid brushes. Anywhere between I think they go like $1, $3, $6, $9. I think their most expensive brush is like $9. So that's gonna wrap up my top 20 under $20. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope I kind of helped your shopping list a little bit. And please don't forget, I know I said it in the beginning, don't forget, these are things that work for me. So they may not work for you. I hope they do if you do decide to get them, obviously. But don't get mad at me if you put, you know, glow tonic on your face and your skin burns and sizzles off. It won't, but you never know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!